Hey guys, what's going on? It's your big dreamer and doer, G Dinero, coming to you today with another breaking down the trade. This time it's Invest Answer's latest Tesla trade, a December 17th, 2027, 330/300 synthetic long, and we'll break down exactly what that means in just a minute. But remember, none of this is tax, legal, financial, investment advice. It's your buddy G Dinero helping you to increase your financial literacy to help put you and your family on that path to financial freedom. So with no further ado, let's jump right in. So first of all, this was the alert that came out from Invest Answers. And he said, quote, the chart screaming breakout, so he made a move. He swapped 0.0014 MicroStrategy to bump his Tesla stack by 2%. Fill price was around $331.80. Let's see what happens. We'll share my ideas on why Tesla Cyber Bulls is going live. We'll share his ideas why on Tesla Cyber Bulls, which he was going live in 45 minutes. He said he used options. He sold the December 17th, 2027, 330 puts and bought the December 17th, 2027, 300 calls, in parentheses leaps, because they're out over 1 year, for a net debit of $41.50, making his break even on the trade for Tesla to be above $341.51 in 877 days. So this is what the chart looked like at the time. He saw a wedge forming and talked about how typically those wedges break out one way or the other, either to the upside or to the downside. That's what he saw happening. And then over to the right-hand side, you'll also see the sale of the puts, the purchase of the calls. So this is the trade broken down. Invest Answer sold the December 17th, 2027 Tesla 330 put for $93.91, collecting $9,391. Now, he needed $33,000 to collateralize the put, meaning either $33,000 in cash or margin. And as we all know, Invest Answers is using a big pillowy bag of margin, as he would describe it, to be able to fund these types of trades. That's due to the assignment risk in case the opposite party that he sells that put to wants to sell their shares of Tesla, 100 of those shares, for $330 a share to Invest Answers. He needs to have the $33,000 to purchase those shares in some way, shape, or form, either in the form of cash or in the form of margin. Now, he bought the December 17th, 2027 Tesla $300 call for $135.42, spending $13,542. Now, I get asked all the time, why sell the put at the money? Remember, he said Tesla was around 331 at the time he did this. Why sell the put at the money and buy the call a little bit in the money? And what he's doing is he's using the put. He can get more money for a 330 put than a $300 call. And the $300 call is going to be a little bit more expensive, but he's buying himself a little bit of intrinsic value. So if you really want to break this down, the net debit is $41.51, like he said, or $4,151. He's essentially buying a $300 call option that was $31 in the money for $41 a share. He's only paying $10 a share for extrinsic or time value on that $300 call, and the remainder is intrinsic value because of the fact that it is about $31 in the money. I hope that part makes sense to you. You got to know intrinsic and extrinsic value, but that's why he's doing what he's doing. It also lowers the break-even point to $341.51 by December 17th, 2027. That's calculated by the $300 strike price of the call and the $41.51 premium that he's paying for the for this trade, for the net debit in this trade. What's the biggest risk? The biggest risk is Tesla going to zero. Again, I have to put this on here because I get asked all the time. Can you outline the risks? The risks are that Tesla closes below $330 a share, in which case he's going to get assigned those, on the put, he'll get assigned those 100 shares at $330 a share or $33,000. Now, let's say Tesla goes to zero. That $33,000 is worthless, plus the $4,151 he spent up front. That would be a total loss of $37,151. Again, the likelihood of Tesla going to zero is minute. It's insanely small. But could it go back down to 200? Perhaps, if something went horribly wrong over the next couple of years, in which case he's getting assigned those shares and paying $330 a share for them, and they're only worth $200 a share in that case if it dropped to $200. So that's what the biggest risk is. Again, if you're looking to build a Tesla position, it's a minimal risk because you're looking to build a position anyway. This is what it looks like on Optionstrat. Remember, I do have a link in order to help save you a couple bucks on Optionstrat. That's optionstrat.com/GDinero. Why do I use this? I use it to build and track trades. You can really see it visually broken down. You can play with the numbers. You can play with, oh, what if it goes up this much to this price or that price? So you'll see I put on the left-hand side of the screen, what if Tesla went up 228% from where it was when I made this slide. At the time I made this slide, Tesla was trading for $305 a share. So if it went up 228% to $1,000 a share, then the puts would expire worthless. It's well above $330 a share. Nobody's going to want to sell their shares to you at $330 when it's trading at $1,000 a share. Now, what would the call option side of things be worth? We assume the puts would be worthless. The call options would be worth $700 a share or $70,000. If you take 700, multiply it by 100 shares, that's $70,000. Take out the $4,151 that you spent up front to put this trade on in the first place, and that is a $65,849 profit, or a 16.9x return. Again, remembering that the puts that you sold expire worthless, releasing that $33,000 worth of collateral, either cash or margin. Margin in the case of Invest Answers gets released. You walk away with $70,000 that you essentially spent $4,151 for a 16.9x return on your money. Guys, if you want to see more content like this, make sure you like this video. Comment below. What'd you like best? What did you learn? What would you like to see more of? And also, subscribe to this channel. That way you see every single video that I put out and that others put out like me that are training you, teaching you how to understand these trades at the end of the day. Of course, you can book a course with me. You can book my TradingView and technical analysis course, where I teach you how to master the charts like a TradingView ninja, as I always call it. You can take my Understanding Options course. If a lot of the terminology I used in this particular video didn't make sense to you and you want to learn how to trade options, you need to take the Understanding Options course. You can do that at my website, gdinerocoaching.com. And finally, remember, guys, I'm G Dinero. I'm here to help you increase your financial literacy to help put you and your family on that path to financial freedom. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.